You're listening to A Year and a Night live from St Columb's Hall in Derry, Londonderry. Now, across the year, the city's rich shirt factory heritage has been marked in a range of ways, but I think it's fair to say that the project led by the artist Rita Duffy attracted significant attention. This opened in June in the city shirt factory just behind Strand Road Presbyterian Church, and in it, Rita created not just a museum, but a merging of personal and civic history, industry, art, politics, and commerce, all in the one space. The project also included an exhibition by the St Martin's School of Fashion, a performance by the Sewing Machine Orchestra, and a series of storytelling sessions entitled Shirt Tales, presented by the acclaimed Irish actress Nuala Hayes. Nuala first came to Derry in the 1970s as a principal in Brian Friel's early field day productions, including the first staging of Translations, and that was at the height of the Troubles. We're delighted she's here with us tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, to deliver a piece she's written especially for us, Nuala Hayes considers the romance of a good shirt.
Thank you. It's wonderful to be here tonight. For the storytelling sessions at Rita Duffy's wonderful and imaginative art project, I had to explore not just Derry shirts, but the folklore and history behind this most flexible piece of clothing. The shirt began its life as underwear and evolved through the ages of linen and flannel and cotton and silk and a plethora of man-made fabrics to become a signature of the values and status of the man in the street or the boardroom or the bedroom. The City of Culture events at the Shirt Factory project on Patrick Street was an opportunity to celebrate and remember the contribution that thousands of women who worked in the shirt factories made to the city. From the opening of the first factory, Tilly and Henderson's, in 1851, surviving 2 world wars and the troubled times, right up to the 1980s. The skills of the women still survive in this city today, as witnessed by the clever, quirky upcycling of the shirt material for the popular souvenirs which were created as part of the art installation. Shirts and shirt making have featured in stories and folklore since we cast off our animal skins and emerged from the cave. The spinning, the weaving, the sewing was the job of women, and the shirt was first created for the comfort of the bed. But there was often more to the shirt than a piece of comfortable clothing worn close to the skin. A shirt could tell you who you should marry. Did you know that? There was an old tradition in Ireland that if you wanted to find out who to marry, then wash your shirt on November Eve, Ihauna in Irish. Hang it to dry in front of the fire, watch from behind the door, and whoever came in and turned the shirt was the one you should marry. When shirt making became industrialized, it was the women again who worked in the factories. And side by side with the skills of hand and eye and the speed required for the work came lots of laughs and no shortage of romance. It was well known in Derry that these top-of-the-range shirts were sent all over the world. The ingenuity of a young woman is amazing. At the sessions on Friday afternoons during the year, I heard many stories of what they would get up to find romance. A girl who fancied an exotic Yank as a pen pal, or even as a boyfriend, would write her name and address on a piece of paper, then slip it expertly under the piece of plastic which supports the collar of the shirt before it was boxed. When the fellow who bought the shirt opened it, there was an invitation to write a wee letter to tell her if he was single or if he was interested. Often, I was told, a correspondence began from such an initiative, long before internet dating was even dreamt of. Of such stuff are dreams made of. I believe there weren't so many men working in the factory, so if a girl fancied the mechanic, her sewing machine would give her a lot of trouble. When news of a romance or a wedding was out, the bars which held the bank of sewing machines together would be rattled with scissors. The bride-to-be would be given a new hairdo, be ribboned with the offcuts of the shirt material, and paraded around in a wheelbarrow, much to her embarrassment, I'm sure. Coming up to the wedding, the generosity and cooperation of the women would then kick in. Money was short, and most people worked the piecework system. In order to provide the best shirts for the groom and the best man, her friends would quietly set aside some of their own pieces. At the end of the day, the pieces of arms, cuffs, collars, fronts and backs would be sewn together quickly, boxed up and presented to the bride as a gift for the wedding day. For me, however, the most appealing part of the experience was the opportunity to return again to Derry, a place I have seen evolve in my lifetime through the trauma of poverty, division and war, to become the bright, vibrant city it appears to be today. Derry has changed utterly. There has been a long, slow picking up of the torn threads and the spinning of a new story, the weaving of a shirt of many colours. Tá léine nua ildatje, crochathe ag muintir ghuire. Léine glas, bán agus aráiste, darag agus gorum, le spréacha de réalta buí na cheorpa. The Derry shirt now is a mix of green, white and orange, with hues of red and blue and splashes of yellow stars from Europe. It's the creation of a new shirt worn close to the skin, both for show and to protect the wearer. May the legends and stories continue in Derry, where people sing, dance, play and argue in Irish and in English, with justice and in peace this time. Gur míle maith agaibh.